If you thought the trade war between the United States and China was already explosive, get ready because Donald Trump late on Tuesday dropped the mother of all economic bombs as the White House announced that it's making moves to impose tariffs on China of up to 245%. We've got all the details, so hang on, folks. We're going to get into this in just 1 second.
My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative. Step on up to my electronic front porch and let's talk.
Late Tuesday afternoon, as Donald Trump was signing an executive order having to do with a review of rare earth minerals, he and his administration dropped in something that, when it finally filters out into the financial markets, is going to ratchet up the tension not only on the Chinese Communist Party, but also on markets worldwide. So let's take a look at the news as we've got it right now and start talking about what it means. We go to the pages of Newsweek magazine. Headline: China now faces 245% Trump tariff. Article written by Shane Croucher. We have the following. Dateline, Washington, D.C. The White House said China is now facing up to a 245% tariff on imports to the United States as a result of its retaliatory actions, another escalation in a trade war between the world's two largest economies. The top potential tariff is higher than the previously stated 145%, and was referenced in a fact sheet published by the White House late on Tuesday. It accompanied an executive order signed by President Donald Trump that launched an investigation into the national security risks posed by U.S. reliance on imported processed critical minerals and their derivative products. Newsweek has contacted the White House press office by email outside of normal business hours. Why it matters. The U.S. China trade war is rattling global markets, which fear the economic fallout of the conflict and others that Trump has launched against America's trading partners. Cutting off Chinese imports complicates American supply chains, increasing costs and forcing businesses to source from elsewhere. Consumers also face higher prices. The Trump strategy is to use more tariffs to pull manufacturing investment into the U.S. For many Chinese exporters, all but losing the U.S. market is a severe blow, and they will have to grow in other markets to replace the loss, such as in the European Union. China's export-reliant economy was already slowing down. The Trump administration, though, is cranking up the pressure on China and wants its trading partners to make a choice between Beijing and Washington, D.C. All right, let's talk about this. It's no secret to anybody that Trump has had a serious bone of contention where the Chinese are concerned. For the longest time, he has contended that through currency manipulation, bad trade deals, and various other stupid moves, in his words, the U.S. is actually hurting itself in the long run where the Chinese are concerned. Trump, now in his second term and with nothing left to lose as he does not have to stand for election anymore, is going to do everything he can and is doing everything he can to correct what he perceives to be an enormous problem. We've got a copy of the fact sheet that goes along with the executive order that Trump signed yesterday, and we'll take a quick look at it. This is distributed by the White House, and if you go about halfway down into this fact sheet, you'll see exactly what we're referencing, this mention of the 245% tariff, and it goes right here. This executive order builds on previous actions taken by the Trump administration to ensure U.S. trade policy serves the nation's long-term interest. And then this point number 2, on Liberation Day, President Trump imposed 10% tariff on all countries. And then under that bullet point number 3, China now faces a 245% tariff to the United States as a result of its retaliatory actions. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this hasn't filtered through the market yet, but when it does, it's going to be something to behold. Now, the Chinese are talking that they want to come to the table, but they want the U.S. to show them more respect. Well, I don't know how the Chinese are going to take this, but if I were on their side of it, I don't know that a 245% tariff shows me much respect. But it does show me Donald Trump is very, very serious about correcting what he perceives to be an enormous problem and bringing manufacturing back to the United States. How all this turns out, yet to be determined, but we'll see what happens. But that's what I think about it. What do you think? As we start to wrap up this video, please do me some favors as always. Number one, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please do so. Number two, please leave a comment below and hit the thumbs up. Believe it or not, it really does help with the outreach for this channel to people who may not have seen us before. Number three, share the link around. And number four, hit the bell for notifications. I want to make sure you're always aware when new material is coming out, be it a video or a live stream. My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative, and I will see you next time.